right. Um, yeah, there's another PayPal request from Stefan. This is his last one. Chris Cornell, State Trooper, Bruce Springsteen cover. I don't know this Bruce Springsteen song. At least I don't think I do. Maybe I do. 'Cause he's another one of them where you don't realise he'd done certain songs. But as far as I know, I don't know this track. I don't think. But anyway, this is Chris Cornell's cover of it. So yeah, let's go.
Solving puzzles. Johnny Cash said that playing acoustic by yourself in front of an audience was the scariest thing to do. I had a friend named, his name was Ben McMillan, he's not with us anymore. He was a singer in a band, and he used to have terrible stage fright. And one day he told me, I'm getting over it because I figured out that what's the worst thing that can happen to you when you're on stage? And this is what he figured out, which didn't make sense. He said, worst thing that can happen is you can die. And he looked confident in this epiphany. And I swear I didn't do this on purpose, but I shattered his illusion when I said, that's not even in the top 5 of the worst things that can happen. And then I started running down, a list of your appendix can burst, somebody could set you on fire, a whole bunch of bad things. Yeah, we can riff on this. What else would be worse?
Do you know, I can't even, but I know Bruce Springsteen's got, because my dad likes Bruce Springsteen, and he said he went to see him, I think maybe at Wembley or somewhere. I don't know, but my dad went to see Bruce Springsteen, and oh, like, they'd done a couple of tracks, and then Bruce Springsteen said, who was here from last night? And, like, most of the audience put their hand up. And then he was like, all right. And then he basically done a whole different, him and his band done a whole different 3-hour set to the 3-hour set that they did the night before, which is insane. But he has got a ridiculous amount of songs. But I cannot, from what I know of Bruce Springsteen, I can't hear him in this at all. I can't quite get where, I'd have to listen to his version of it. It's like more PJ Harvey-ish. Yeah. Chris's sequence of game is like some Jack White shit. That's a very rare thing. Like I've watched a lot of Chris. I've watched a lot of Chris in all forms, and I don't think there's very much of him like doing that, like playing around on a guitar like that, like having his backing going. I know he did the sequencer in Ticket to Ride, but even in Ticket to Ride, he kind of did a sequencer of like 3 or 4 different things, and it kind of made Ticket to Ride like out of it. But with this, it was a whole different like. And this is the second. I think this is the only second time I've seen him use a sequencer like. But he, yeah, I don't think I've ever seen Chris because he's not the guitar player like that in Soundgarden, and I don't think I've seen him because it wasn't quite soloing, but it was. It was like, yeah, making the guitar just make noise and fit in that noise. Um, but yeah, I don't think I've ever seen Chris just jamming like that with him. Literally, he's jamming with himself, which is just great in itself. But yeah, it was almost like I said, I don't know if you heard, but I said it was like PJ Harvey-ish, like her version of Get Rid of Me, in it. That's what it's called, Rid of Me. You're not rid of me. But that's very similar, especially on Leno. I think when she did it, it was just her and an electric guitar, and she just is having that choppy back into it, bit like what he was. But I don't hear Bruce Springsteen, so maybe Bruce Springsteen is actually another person we could delve into a rabbit hole of if people, because I know the river, I know, oh, I do know a couple, but I can't think. The river, I love that song. That's a great song. Um, but I probably know 3 or 4 Bruce Springsteen songs, and really that's it. Um, but yeah, Chris is just a genius. Chris is a genius. Like that was just like it wasn't soloing. I'm not quite sure what you would even. It was soloing, but it also wasn't. It was more like yeah, sound based. But yeah, he loves that. I bet he had some great fun with that sequencer. Just sat in his studio or wherever he would play. But yeah, fire. Chris is always fire. Let's be honest. But yeah, yeah. Like I said, that's a weird Bruce Springsteen song. You have to link me that. But yeah, that's the reaction. Sweet.